Star Trek Next Generation. Didn't even turn it on. Actually, we just had to open the back box and look at the batteries. Yikes. Okay, so we'll start there and then see what happens. Remote battery holder installed. Let's do a power on. Coin doors open. Should get factory settings restored. And then do a power off. Count to 5. Turn it back on. It should come up in a track mode. And it does. Guns are moving, lights are flashing. Set time and date. Oh, I just gotta do that. I don't know why, but what's today?
It's 10:05. It's
the 5th?
8th.
It's the 8th?
Yeah.
It's the 5th now.
Well, it's Star Trek. It could be a parallel universe. You never know.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Parallel universe. Oh, it's in a parallel universe. Alright, now we can try this thing out. Slight little problem. Rotating balls. Okay, so they were all jammed up in here, and I ejected them, and then they fired them to the, you know, up this thing around and into there. So now they're under the troughs, because there's always a ball sitting here and here. So when they go in there, it automatically kicks one out, and the game takes 6 balls, and they're all jammed in there. So here's under the playfield, and I'm just looking at these up kickers. I just want to check the wires, make sure they're all good. The diverters are all good. Then I come down to this one and look, the wire's off. So that's probably making its life miserable. Check this one too. That one's good. So maybe just this one wire off is screwing everything up. So before I start hooking up this wire, I'm just kind of playing with the diverters. Like this one moves just dandy. This one, not so much. Maybe this coil is fried, which means we probably got a driver board transistor fried. So let's take this, we'll check the resistance on this. So we'll check the resistance on the good coil. What do we got? What's it say? 7.7? Okay, let's check the resistance on the suspect one. What does that say?
0.7.
0.7. So this one's a dead short. So that one is indeed shot, which means we probably have a driver board transistor. I didn't have the exact right coil. This one's actually a pop bumper coil. This is 26 1200, which is 26 gauge wire, 1200 windings. The original is 25 1000 windings. So this one's 8 ohms, this one's 10 ohms. So there's a 2 ohm difference. Notice I went higher in the ohms, which is okay. You can go higher. You never want to go lower. As long as it's got enough strength to pull this thing in, we'll be okay. So we'll give it a whirl. Interesting. Oh, look, cracked weld. Right there, another cracked weld. Look right there. This one's not cracked. Look, that one's tacked right there. But this one's broken. I mean, it'll probably still work. I don't carry portable welding equipment with me, so I can't really do anything about it. So inside the back box, I can see right here clearly this fuse is blown. So that's probably what controlled that diverter. I believe all those diverter coils are controlled by this little guy up here. I could check the manual, but I'm pretty sure this is the guy that controls that. So I'll take that board out and test those transistors. A meter on diode setting. I want to test these tip 102s. Here, you hold this now.
You want me to get the meter reading in there or no?
Yeah, if you can frame them both. So I'm just gonna, here I'll test one that I know is good. See, I get between 0.4 and 0.6 with the black lead on the center tab. But look at this one. On one leg I get 0.5, and on this one, look, it's a dead short. So this guy right here, this tip 102, that one's bad. So we'll replace that. I'll also check these little ones too. New transistor up here and our little auxiliary driver board. I put my circuit breaker doohickey thing there. We're going to power on and just listen to make sure that the coil doesn't lock on. So far so good. I'm not hearing any locks. Oh, and there's more good news. We kicked a ball out, which means it had some diversion. Still locating balls though. So we still got some ball issues. Let's see what that's all about. So I have it in Diagnostics, the under diverter top, and I'll come down here and we'll take a look. Hold the coin door power, coil power in, and we can see that my new coil is indeed working. So that's a good sign. So when I can't locate balls, I always go to these trough up kickers. This one fits right in here. And you can see that there is a bunch of optic switches on this thing. I mean, just a crap load of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I take a little, put it in switch test. Oops. I put it in switch test, which is that guy right there. And then I kind of slide my business card in here to see if, like that one I heard a beep. That one's working. Sometimes you can use your finger. That one's working. I can't use my finger on this very last one. Look, no beep. So that one isn't working. That would screw up the I can't locate balls. And then this one, oh, this one you can use the plunger to test. So out of the 4, this one doesn't work. So we're going to take this out and look at it with our digital camera and see if it's purple. So I have this loose, and look, it is purple. Look at that, you can see it. So it looks like the transmitter is working. So just to verify that it's not a problem with the transmitter, I just take my mag light and put it in there, and again, I don't hear the receiver, or I don't hear the switch activating with my mag light. I should. Or on this little optic board, there could be a bad connection. We always should look at that stuff. You never know what you're going to find. You just always look at these little connectors. Just make sure that there's no issues there. And we're still getting nothing. We can short these 2 contacts together and see if we get anything, which is a little tricky. Look at that, I get nothing. See, if I do it on this side, well, this side has to be blocked. So let me block it. Put a piece of paper in there. I can block this one here like that. Now that it's blocked. No, it's not working either. I can't do that apparently. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. And I got this one blocked. Do I have that one blocked? Get my paper in there all the way. Yeah, you see that one works. It's blocked. Now this one, there's no light, so it should be blocked. Look, I'm getting nothing. So I don't think it's the receiver either. I think it's the something on this little board right here. I always like to measure these blue resistors. There should be 270, 270, 270, and then I hit this one and it's half a 270, and I hit this one which is half a 270, and this one's 270, 270, 270. So that's really weird, and what I did is I looked, and right here I can see 2 little pins shorted together. I don't know if this has anything to do with this, but I'm pretty sure that these 2 aren't supposed to be shorted together. I suspect maybe there was a battery corrosion problem on the CPU board, so I'm going to do a little test. I removed the row and column connectors from the bottom of the CPU board. Here, you come and hold this now. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cross them. I have the game and switch test, and I should get a single beep for each. You know, if I'm careful here, it's kind of fine work. But what I'm finding is right here on this white and green line, look, I get 2 beeps. So I got a short on the CPU board. It shouldn't sound like that. It should sound like, see that one, look, that one too. I'm getting it. How about this one? See, that one's normal. So I got a short, I think, but maybe between these 2. There's some short. I got a problem still on the CPU board, but we got to look at it. I did find, in fact, 2 damaged resistors right here. in the rows. So I replaced those, and we turned the game on, and it looks like everything works now. So the problem was indeed on the board. It just took me a little while to get there to figure that out. Unfortunately, I should have pulled these connectors off and done that simple test early on, opposed to waiting to last to do it. 3 balls in the under troughs, 3 balls in the main trough. Let's start a game.
Welcome to the Enterprise.
Oh, I like to do launch probe. Hey, good shot. Oop.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Command decision. Oh yeah, I like battle simulation. It's my favorite. Because it really tests the troughs and the guns. You can, yeah, awesome. Everyone ready? Oh, I missed that one. I put it up there though, just so I can get, let's try and get something else. Come on, get that. Yeah, cool. Iron ready. Oh, I missed it. Damn. But anyways, oops, hit the coin door. We're working, so we're all good.